don't know what's going on with this. It's not working. Here we go. For a minute there, I didn't know what was going on with the camera. Hi everyone. Welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. Thank you for being here today. Happy Friday to you all. Um, it's Friday. TGIF Friday. I'm exhausted. It's been a long week. Every time I try to rest or get a break, it's always something coming up, and I'm trying to handle everything, all my business and things I need to do so that I can rest because that's important. Even when we work and stuff, it's important to rest as well. So that's what I'm working on. Um, how are you guys doing? Hopefully, all of the information being shared here today is helping you. I hope that's the case, and please share the information. Today, we're going to talk about one of the steps to healing. And I'm talking from my own perspective. Remember, guys, I'm not a therapist, I don't have certification in social work or a degree in that category. I am someone who is on this channel sharing my experiences of grief, loss, um, what else? Grief, loss, trauma, anxiety, depression, all those things I felt for a very long time. And I'm here to talk about ways that I got through it and still getting through a lot of it. So it's important that I do that because what happens is that, you know, um, trigger moments happen. And these trigger moments that happen, bring me back to the grief of the loss of my mother, the loss of my dog, etc., so forth. So I do things like I engage myself in things that keep me busy so that I don't have to slip back and stay stagnated as I did before in the past. And some of the things I do is, I listen to music, I talk about that. Just researching things that I don't know about that capture my interest, putting together puzzles, things that bring me peace, and it's important for us to be at peace and not in pieces. So, the topic of discussion is one of the steps to healing. I'm going to talk from my own perspective. One of the steps of healing for myself was to take back my power. I have some notes here so I can cover what I need to cover. Take back my power, never allowing people to play God in my life because I was handed over my power to people. I was so distraught and in depression, and due to all these losses, due to these toxic relationships, all this stuff boiled in together, all this stuff piled up on my plate. But guess what? Guess what, people? The grief due to the loss is something I don't have any control over. That's in the hands of God. However, the grief and depression due to toxicity, meaning allowing toxic relationship, family, and situations of that nature into my life and not addressing the matter and just letting people do whatever, that's on me. That was definitely on me because I allow it. Remember, people can't do to us these toxic things and situations if we don't allow it. Take back, it was important for me to take back my power because I gave my power away for a long time, letting people think that I was some puppet on the string and they can dangle the string and I come running, jumping, skipping, hopping, you know. And I wasn't careful as to who I was giving my energy to, my time with. And these people didn't deserve it, many of them. And when I think about this topic that I'm talking about today, I think about narcissistic connections. A narcissist can be your own family members, it can be your spouse, it could be a relationship, it could be a business setting, it could be anything. It could be a neighbor, it could be any of that. What I wanted to fix in my life, besides the healing process, is removing not just toxicity people, but removing narcissistic connections from my life. And that was the huge challenge for me. Removing narcissistic connections. I should have titled this video that. But anyway, we're going to talk about it because I was in a 10-year relationship off and on with someone who was extremely narcissist, controlled every area of my life for those 10 years or off and on, controlled my child's life and brought hell to everything in my life, made me feel like I was lower than a penny for a very long time. But as I do therapy and love on myself and heal, I have to blame myself and take the blame to a certain degree because I allowed that. And one of the reasons I allowed it because I was fearful of what this person would do, and you know, it got to the point where I should have left a long time ago. But I was afraid to, I guess, part of the reason. It was more than one reason, but that's part of it. But I needed to learn, lessons. And then when I didn't learn the lesson from that connection, then after that finally ended for good, then, after some time went by, I'm right back into a connection, another narcissist for about 3 years. But this particular narcissist, I think they're entitled to me. Let me tell you about me. I am no longer the Lisa that they knew when they were with me because I've healed so much. I still have work to do, but I've healed so much. I'm not even the same person anymore. And if they come towards me, it's not going to be good because they're looking for the old Lisa who they were able to manipulate, control, and danger stuff in front of me. And threats don't work with the new Lisa. I don't take kindly to them and I don't tolerate them. Authorities will be all over people like roaches. I don't play when it comes to that because my healing is everything. My health, all those things. So, if they want to play like that, then they will see it's not going to be good. But anyway, that's for another video. But I'm saying all of this because I dealt with such toxicity that I was always feeling low on myself, and because of the verbal abuse, even sometimes physical. And now that, and I'm talking about it because I talk to other women that I, talk to, and they share things about narcissistic connections. When I think about those things that were told to me and what I myself went through, I think about taking back your power because these people can't do these things to us unless we allow it. So in my case, I handed over my power to this person, let them do everything. And then when arguments took place, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have shit. You wouldn't have this. And it was just horrific stuff going on. And I just walked with my head between my legs and stuff like that and just feeling worthless. And the new Lisa I am today, I take my time with everything I do, even with dating. I'm going to take my time. And if someone doesn't want to take their time, they got to rush into something, I'm not the one. I'll just say, okay, this is not going to work for me because everything I do, I take my time. Because things for me have to happen naturally. It has to build up. It has to be authentic, not fake love bombing, none of that stuff. And I can, because I've dealt with that so long, I can see the signs of what that is. And then I immediately shut it down and I don't run from it. I just say what it is. We're not going to mix. It's not going to work out. And I don't feel any kind of way unless I say something, out of content to them, but I try not to do that. It's important to take back my power. Never allow anybody to play God in my life because, no one has that right to do that. Even God give us a choice. With everything in life, he gives us a choice. He doesn't force us to have a relationship with him, and what I had to learn is let my no mean no, not to say no and then give a person 10 million chances and, because that's wishy-washy. For me, what I do today, no means no. And in a narcissistic, toxic situation, they want to force you. And it's not happening with me. What I said, stand. I'm not returning to any toxic connections, whether they changed or not. It doesn't matter to me. I have grown and healed. I'm not interested in anything from the past when it comes to all of that, because I've healed it. Once I've healed and learned my lesson, it's time for me to move on, whether they think so or not. I don't care about that. Um, but the authorities will, certain things can be done, when people want to stalk you, follow you, do the most and the worst. You don't know who's watching you. Just be careful of that, because I will stand my ground. I'm not playing about my healing and health and whoever doesn't like it. And when people don't like somebody, just don't be around them. It doesn't give you the right to do some toxic stuff to them behind the scene, think they don't know about it. And then, it's not okay. Just leave that person alone. And you don't have to give people access to your life who are toxic. No means no. And that's it. And that's what I had to learn. I'm sharing that because I have a meeting to go to. But like I said to you guys, I was going to jump on here and, you know, Monday through Friday. And it's important. Somebody needs to hear that because you have control over you. You matter. And one of the things that helped me to take back my control was self-love. Because as I start to do all the hard work, I start to love on me and realize I am worth it. So guys, when you get up in the morning, thank God for seeing another day. Get in the mirror and say, I am worth it. And I don't have to tolerate and settle. Or, I don't have to settle for less. And that's what I tell myself daily. Music and things to build myself up. It's better to be at peace than to be at pieces, than to be in pieces. You don't have to be in pieces. You can heal one day at a time, one step at a time. It's so important to do that. You navigate that ship. You don't have hand that over to somebody else. You don't have to, and I took back my power because no one is going to dangle something in front of me and tell me if you don't do this, I'm going to do that. Guess what? I'm going to transmute that energy in prayer and give it to God. And then God does the rest. And I keep it moving. And it doesn't matter who, what, where, why, or whatever. I don't worry about those details anymore. I redirect the focus on healing, reaching out to help other people, and let's keep this moving. I learned to turn that pain into power, power into a purpose, purpose into paying it forward, to be here and to share information to help uplift people who are in deep depression due to grief, trauma, and other reasons. We talk about it all here because whatever it is that is bringing the pain and the grief has to be healed, and the work is not easy. One day at a time, one step at a time, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Please share this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're going to talk about it and keep talking about it. And with, those who are watching, hopefully they're being uplifted. And the information that's being provided here can help your own life with your own grief and situation. And I would love to hear about it in a comment category as well. Thank you again. Everyone have a great weekend. And thank you. I will always uplift and share information here. Have a great weekend and have a great Friday, everyone. I will see you on Monday. Bye for now.